Oh wait, that's
not all. Let me show you guys what's going on at Slammiversary. Well, you guys want me to get flagged?
Yeah, one of these days, I'm gonna show stuff to figure out things. Ooh, look at that ugly picture of mine. Much better. There we go. Couple things going on tonight. Dinner. Need dinner. See, I really can't tell if anyone's here. And just leave a comment, just say hello. Hello, you fat hobo. What are you having for breakfast? And very delicious breakfast going on here. I'll overheard my a little bit, but that's okay. Again, my name is Hobo Tom, as evidenced by my wrestling t-shirt. Well, Clothesline Wrestling. And get that at ProWrestlingTees.com.
Oh, yeah. I think that's messed up. I feel like
there we go. By my volume working, I think, for the most part, the way I want to. So see me in the background. It's kind of funky. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, first thing, again, very simply, let me talk a little bit. Let's resize this stuff. This is why I show up early, so I can kind of get this stuff done the right way. It always takes a while to get things kind of ready. Hey, what's going on? There we go. Okay, there's my live camera feed. Darn, I hate it when I do this because it always screws everything up. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's working for a little bit at least. Yeah, welcome again. My name is Hobo Tom. My girlfriend's off doing photography stuff. That's later. We'll see how this card goes. Uh-oh. The heck was that noise? Yeah, this is my first ever. I used to do impact reviews for a while. I think that's when I did like 3 videos, I think, at a time. And right now, let's do a little bit of recap and prediction time. And very simple down here, you have my very simple hobo style menu. Toast, again, toast is good. It's something you eat after you're sick. It's okay. Can of soup, again, can of soup, something after you have when you're sick. It's okay. Then you have your kind of traditional ham sandwich. Your cheeseburger, which is always good. Hard to screw up a cheeseburger. Surf and turf and flaming on match. You'll see me rank these matches right here. A little bit on the side. There we go. Do that. Let's see. Oh, I hate doing stuff on this computer because then I have to reset everything. But yeah, I'm still kind of really working at the kinks on how things work here. Before I start eating my breakfast, things get real. There's about 20 more minutes left. Again, feel free to leave. Whoa. MC Bruno 91. Thank you very much. It's awesome. Wait, what did I do? There we go. What do you think of Brian Cage being X Division champ? I think it would be kind of awesome. And the reason why I say I think it would be awesome, even though I haven't done my predictions yet, it would be great, but I don't think it's going to happen. It could have happened. I think. I know Cage is still in Lucha Underground. I forget how far back those tapings go, though. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to happen. He could have won it. It would be really good to see. I mean, I think he would be an excellent champion. He definitely has to build the physique. Matt Seidel's, I know, very good as well. And this is one of those things whereas I'd say the stylist makes the match. Brian Cage could definitely hold it though. I think he could make it. I know he did the Lucha Underground tapings. I don't know if he's going to be in Lucha Underground much longer. Again, we'll see. Again, thank you, McBruno91 Tall Can. The first chat I've ever had. Thank you. I apologize. I'm still kind of ironing out things. Some always have video issues trying to figure out stuff. Plus, again, I don't know if you saw it. I have my very basic ranking system. First match we have Tessa Blanchard versus Allie. I say Allie here is going to be the winner. I think I stole this pic of her when she was in an American bikini. Something different. Allie's going to be the winner only because she is that kind of main staple wrestler there in TNA. It's always good to drive it. I say Allie's going to win. And again, as far as my predictions go, again, McBruno, you can always feel free to disagree with me. And anyone else watching, you can also feel free to disagree with me. Just go up there and leave a chat. I hope you guys can hear me. I think my headphone's still working. Well, there we go. There we go. So let's see here. So again, I hope you guys can hear me. One of these days I'll get my whole system set up. So now we go to the tag match between LAX versus OGZ. It's a 51-50 street fight, which does lend itself to LAX. So again, it would be really interesting to see LAX win. Again, it's kind of their style match, so they're kind of set for it. And again, like for 991, just like you mentioned, again, if you're going to be the only chat here, you're going to get mentioned a lot. Again, please, if you're watching, just leave a chat, just say hi. Get the match for the one X Championship, Matt Seidel versus Brian Cage. Tough because I can see Brian Cage holding the belt and he would be a good champion. But I think only because he's not a full-time Impact person, I'll say Matt Seidel keeps that belt. In the X division, it's a weird division. It's kind of, I've seen very little of it. It's more like really the Cruiserweight or 205 Live. It's really technical stuff. I'll say Matt Seidel wins. So right now I have Ali, LAX, Seidel. And let's see here. Let me go on to the Extreme Rules. Eddie Edwards versus Tommy Dreamer. This is tough for me because I think Tommy Dreamer is going to do the job only because, again, Eddie Edwards is that company guy. And this goes back to kind of doing the math behind stuff. I'll say Eddie Edwards. So I'll probably go a lot of stuff. Well, Matt Seidel, I mean, he could win the match. I mean, I wonder how he would win the match. Matt Seidel's a very technical wrestler. I mean, he can put together a lot of combo moves. If you saw Lucha Underground, Pentagon Dark, Pentagon Junior, he actually put together really good chain wrestling moves. And again, if you really have all of your signatures and finishers set up, or pull off something brand new, you can at least make it realistic. I think, again, Seidel's a little bit faster pace. Again, you have the cautious styles, the big brute guy versus the faster, speedier guy. And with this, I think the faster, speedy guy is going to win. Here. Oh, predictions. Still doing that, aren't I? Probably between Pentagon and Sammy Gallon. Pentagon Jr. is going to win. It's a mask versus hair. Pentagon Jr. is not losing his mask. Is somebody's up for us all left? No. So Pentagon Jr. is going to win. Yeah, you can always call me on it later. Well, again, Pentagon Jr. beat him, I think, doing a Lucha Destroyer, Canadian Destroyer, and Package Pile Driver. Again, I haven't seen that much of TNA. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but Matt Sydal is kind of that much faster person. I can see him winning that way. Then let's see here. So then we have our 4-way match. I forget what this is for. Or if there's something. You have Rich Swann versus Johnny Mundo or Johnny Impact versus Ishimori, the Bone Soldier versus Phoenix. This is good. This match, these four, this could be the match of the night. That's going to be an action-packed match. That's going to be hard. That's going to be hard to follow, I think. And I think the only reason because it's going to be hard to follow. I mean, Rich Swann can do freaking everything. Johnny Mundo has Starship Pain, or Around the World, or whatever he calls it. Kota Ibushi, again, pretty strong, and Phoenix is just a high flyer from Lucha Underground. Again, all these they have that Lucha, at least two of them, Johnny Mundo and Phoenix, they have that kind of Lucha style. I do like Johnny Impact though. I'll say Johnny Rust, well, not Johnny Rust, but Johnny Mundo or Johnny Impact. Then here we have Su Young, the bridesmaid, versus Madison Rain. Madison Rain is just there to do the job, make Su Young look great. Madison Rain, I don't think is carrying that title. They're going to save that for later. I think they want to keep that belt on Su Young a little bit. Oh yeah, Kota Ibushi. I mean, this is the thing that Impact's trying to do. I do apologize for eating kind of my dinner beforehand. I was busy for most part of the day, so I do apologize for that. I just need kind of munch more a little bit. But Impact's trying to work with the independents and other promotions like New Japan. And I think Kota Ibushi is a test case because in the past, New Japan wrestlers come over to Impact and they've buried them. I think Okada was an Impact, buried him. I think CM Punk, I think, was an Impact, buried him. Kenny Omega came in, buried him. The Young Bucks were in Impact. They were okay in Impact. This was years ago though. So I think Impact's trying to build better relationships with New Japan and kind of Ring of Honor and Lucha Underground. So they're incorporating more. I think it's per diem contracts a lot of wrestlers have now with Impact Wrestling, especially if they're in other promotions, or at least there's some working relationship. I'm not. Kota Ibushi is in the match. That's going to be awesome. Don't get me wrong. I still think it's going to be Johnny Mundo who's going to be the winner, only because Johnny Mundo's there more so on a regular basis. Again, it's a weird card because you have both inside and outside talent, and I think a lot of my picks are going for the inside talent. So I think it's going to be the Su Young. I think is going to win again, only because she's there. Then here you have Austin Aries versus Moose. This is going to be a weird match. Only because Austin Aries is a collector of gold. Moose is a company man, though. So I'll say that Moose is going to go over. And the only reason I say Moose is going to go over, again, he's bigger. Austin Aries, I don't know what his contract status is, but Moose is there more often. So I'll say Moose. I think the weird thing about this card is, well, it'll make some sense at least if Moose won, only because again he is the company man, he's a lot stronger. It's gonna be a really interesting card then. If you anyone, we'll be right back, and just want to take care of something. I'm gonna kind of see the secrets here about doing a live stream. But I just want to see something very quickly. I know you can probably see what's going on my screen to some weird degree. But that's kind of the way things go when you're trying to do stuff really on the cheap. I do apologize for that. So let's see. Let's go back to myself. I do apologize for that. Let's see. Yep, those weird stuff. That counter back up. There we go. See if I can put this a little bit louder. We're kind of working out the kinks a little bit. And you're trying to do something good here. I think I know I'm still trying to find stuff, but for the most part, no, I don't want ads because I don't monetize. I'm not using them. Oh. Yeah. Yep. I will give you that. I really don't want to put my headphones on because that kind of takes away. They're kind of awkward to wear. It's a good card. It's going to be interesting. It's just hard to figure out how. I know I'm talking with my mouth. I can't do this. It actually is a pretty good card. Better than what they've done lately. It'll definitely check out the X match. I'm not even sure it's going to be a fatal four because again there have been rumors that Rich Swann was injured. We'll see what happens. He might have a really limited role here. normally have a much more involved breakfast, but this is kind of a last minute thing. I figured I'd try it. I figure it's my second live stream. Try and do this. I mean, you are right though. For the most part, it is a good card. It all depends. They put on good shows before, and the thing is that if it's a good card or not, it's really going to depend one on the action. I mean, again, the Fatal Four Way, I think is going to be the best match of the card. The X Division, it's going to vary, I think, and we'll see what. I mean, Tessa Blanchard should be able to carry her at least for most of the match. I know Alex done a lot more wrestling experience. To wrestle as Cherry Bomb. Yeah, as Cherry Bomb for a while. Eddie Edwards, Tommy Dreamer. That's probably going to be a really bloody match. So, I mean, that will probably be good to that will that will probably be good to some degree. Again, depending what these two choose to do, between Seidel and Cage, that's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Again, this is the 51-50 match out. That's just a street. That's just really their version of a street fight match. Again, this Alley versus Blanchard. That's like just the opening card. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Again, the thing is, I've been to I've been to NXT Live, where you would not know who any of those people are, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, you're like, I need to watch this. This is must see TV. So that's one thing. And then I've been to other WWE matches where it's like, really, you have all these great names, and I think you can go back a couple of years, Extreme Rules and Backlash. Any kind of crazy match with Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar should have been a really good match. But again, there were reports and Brock didn't want to do what Dean suggested or had ideas for. And also again, I think it's going to depend a lot on the chemistry. It honestly shouldn't be. I don't think it's going to be a dirty finish. I mean, I don't think they'd have a dusty finish on Seidel's part. I mean, if anything, dirty finish. We have a dirty finish. The only person who might have a dirty finish would be the Sami Callihan match, only because of, and that would be because Ohio versus everything the Chris brothers it would interfere with. That's really the only thing I could. That's really the only thing I could think of. I mean, this should be for the most part a clean match unless something really screwy happens. I almost don't even care about that match. I mean, that should just be a straight up match. That's again, the 4-way is going to be the best match of them all. This match you might have some shenanigans in. That's just going to be a bloodbath. So I don't think Seidel's going to do anything dirty. I think Seidel's going to either Cage is going to truly overpower him, or Seidel's just going to put together a string of signatures and finishers and just wear Cage down, just like the way Pentagon did. And that match is going to be a messy schmoz. Tessa Blanchard versus Allie. I mean, I can't see anything bad happening in that match. So that should be a pretty clean match. Now there's only 2 minutes to go, so those are my predictions. Let's run down very quickly. In the bottom, Ali, LAX. You know what? Oh. LAX because it's their match. Seidel, Eddie Edwards, Pentagon. It's one. It's a hair versus mask match. Pentagon's not losing his mask. Sammy Callahan doesn't have that much hair, period. The 4-way again. Johnny Impact, Johnny Mundo's the man. Su Young. I'll say Moose only because I think they actually do want to put the belt on him. I mean, I wouldn't mind a dirty finish to that and have Seidel keep that belt. I think the only thing is, and this is probably coming from my perspective, knowing a little bit about the industry, because I do have a couple friends that are pro wrestlers. There's no story to have a dirty finish. I don't think they're going to keep this going. Again, I don't know how long Brian Cage is going to be there. So it'll just be interesting. I mean, it could be really good. It could be really bad too. Yeah, it could be starting. So I want to try and find something better. We'll see how this goes. There we go. Starting up. Okay, so just announcing TNA Wrestling. And it's okay. They're just kind of starting things off. I mean, I guess it's not bad. I mean, at least there's. I do miss. I'm not a pre-shows are pretty good. It would have been nice to see like a pre-show on this. I mean, just kind of a cold start. Although I guess you could say the Alley Latin Luncheon match is a pre-show match. It's just kind of a basic promo package. Nothing much is going on. I want to see something very quickly. Yeah, I thought that. And check out some stuff here. There's not that much going on right now. I wonder if see it. This one might. There we go. That's a little bit better. So I was kind of talking back and forth. Jeff Jarrett doing that. I can't believe he was in the Bullet Club once. I can't really believe Jeff Jarrett's still involved with this stuff. Using Jeff Jarrett catchphrases. This is long. It's taking him so long to get to the. See, this is why probably people don't watch a lot of Impact, because like all the filler stuff takes forever. It's ridiculous. Kevin Kelly there. The heck are they talking about? Genetic freak. There's only one genetic freak from TNA, and that's Scott Steiner. Right now, he's in Georgia and Shoney's. There's nothing going on. This is, I guess, typical of what happened to Impact after the Hardys left. Nothing much is going on anywhere. Because I'm just checking out right now other sites to see if there's like a little bit better content. Much is going on. What's going on? I'm just checking out other stuff. I'd probably do a better review. The 2005 one was probably more exciting. So right now, this stuff's pretty bad. Yeah, I would say there's stuff going on, but I don't think there is anything going on right now. I think they're just really setting things up on their own. See if this is any better. Oh, there we go. Oh, so we have some Impact Wrestling chants going on. No, Connor G, thank you for saying hello. I cannot give you a stream. Are they starting off with a 4-way match? What's wrong with them? No, I actually can't give you a stream because then what will happen is that I will serve another 9-day suspension, or even worse. I actually tried that once. Connor G, you are going to get a shout out though on any of my other things. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a list of you guys. Ken McBruno 91 Tallcan, thank you very much for leaving your comments. Connor G, you're going to get a shout out later too. But Connor G, I can't. I think there are places you can find streams. A lot of times you can find streams. You can find matches. I think. I know for WWE they actually do it. You can go again. You can search on YouTube, and like an hour or two afterwards, you can actually find like the match, and it's really the same. I can't. You need the right stuff to do it, and honestly, look at where I'm broadcasting from. I'm broadcasting from my home office. Again, that's the reason why Connor G. My name is Hobo Tom. And Connor G. And McBruno. Vulcan. You guys are getting shoutouts. Right now, there's some pretty good action. I don't know why they started with this match. This is like Carnival. And the only reason I think this is again, I could go on all night about this. And I can't give you a stream. You can find it. Generally takes place like an hour or so after the whole thing's done. And I'll have to, I don't know, maybe I might figure that out later. I'm not gonna fiddle with suspensions anymore. I've already been suspended once, so once you get suspended, that's really all you need to be suspended for. But this is really weird because up here on my card, we have this match going on. And there's good action. It's not bad. Hurricane is all around. Again, see, this match can be really fun. And I don't know why. I still don't know why they're doing this first. I mean, they talked about Impact. I mean, there was just a Hurricane hit. Boot. This is going to be a long 3 hours, folks. Again, the way they should have done it, just the way it stayed on the card, the Alley Tessa Blanchard match should have been first. I mean, they could have done wonders with that, and then slowly build. You don't give away your best thing first. I mean, they're getting their spots down, which is good. I mean, they're all getting their hits in, which is good. Tree of Woe. Such a classic. Yes, I'm still using my Christmas napkins. Right now I'm out of my own napkins. This first match is, I don't know what Impact's done. That drop kick was like it hurt. Johnny Mundo hasn't done much in this match. I haven't picked to win, which I guess might be good. Johnny Mundo's been on the outside a lot. I mean, this is probably why Impact Wrestling doesn't do that much stuff. This is like a TV match. Ooh, that over the top spot, over the top rope. Those are always fun. I mean, the match is it's a fun match. I'll give it this much. They're all giving the wrestlers their spots. I mean, so you can't take away from that. It's just a weird spot to put this match Now they're chanting for the Bone Soldier. Ooh. Springboard something. I can't even name the moves this guy has. And just like McBruno said, I mean the fact that it's not Kota Ibushi, it's the Bone Soldier. And if I did say Kota Ibushi, I do apologize. It's Ishimori. No, it's Ishimori is in the match. And he's the Bone Soldier. They're chanting for him. I mean, it's not bad. One, two. Now Mundo's in the ring, trying to break up a pinfall. Ooh. The Bone Soldier, I mean, he's doing really good in the match. They might, and this would be a real kicker, I think, if McBroom 91 and I were talking about this again. If you're watching, my name's Hobo Tom, or the Hobo and the Girlfriend kind of wrestling podcast here on YouTube. My girlfriend's a photography. Again, feel free to leave a chat. Also, comment, subscribe, share, dislike, or if you do dislike, at least some reason why. Subscribe, but maybe they will have the Bone Soldier win. Again, they might really be trying to forge a really good working relationship and say, hey, I want to make your guys look good on our show. I mean, they might be trying that because that's what it looks like right now. There is so much first one is Petey Williams and Seth. Card subject to change, folks. Always be wary of that. I mean, this isn't. It's pretty good. I just don't know why. I don't know. I'm understanding the thinking. They put probably the best match on first, and yet with these other matches, I mean, this could be a real snooze now that I think about it. That could be a low point. I mean, it's a good, fun match. Don't get me wrong; all four of those are really good. It would be like opening up a show, and if you can think of it, it would be like opening up an NXT show with the Undisputed Era versus Sanity, and you're like, whoa, because there's only one place to go on from there. So yeah, so there's no Rich Swann. It is Petey Williams. Petey, I don't know. Petey Williams might win. I mean, right now it's a really good, fun match. Oh, there in Canada, Petey Williams isn't winning. Where's that? Yep. Super Kick Party! Johnny Impact and Phoenix touch each other out. That was awesome. I mean, those two have wrestled so often in Lucha Underground. I could understand why they're doing this at least. Yes. Yes. He kicked out. Again, I think this is just a really weird place for this match. And I don't mind saying that. Ooh. Wow. Phoenix is something. I don't even know what it was. He just took his head off almost. So I was pretty. That was. Ooh. I hope it's not a super kick party. Yes. Ooh. Johnny Mundo won, just like I predicted. Yes, 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 yes. Starship Pain comes back. SM Martin, how are you today? Connor G? I don't know if Connor G's here anymore. I think he went looking for a live stream. SMG Martin, thank you for leaving a chat, though. Give me something to talk about. So going on the list, I get a shout out to these people. And Connor's here. I think he's still looking for a stream, though, SMG Martin. See, because I actually thought Johnny Mundo was going to win this match anyway. Out of the four people, he seems the most likely. How am I liking the show? It's interesting. It's not starting off the way I thought it would. Johnny Mundo just won. And actually, let me find my little rating system here. That was actually really fun. It's just copy you. And I'm going to put you. There we go. It was a surf and turf match. It wasn't bad. I think it was really a spot fest. That there was no Rich Swann. Pete Williams took his place. Johnny Mundo won. Johnny Impact won. So again, it was really fun. No, I'm not surprised that they colored the ropes. I mean, it is their show. They're allowed to do what they do. They're up in Toronto. I think Toronto, Canada too. They were in Windsor, Canada, I think, for some tapings. And I mean, it's what they want to do. It's okay. I mean, I'm not really concerned about coloring the ropes. I mean, I'm just shocked at the order of the matches right now. I figured the very first match would have been this one, the Tess Blanchard versus Allie. Actually, I don't mind the ramp being connected to the ring. I think they've done that a couple times in New Japan and sometimes in Ring of Honor. I can see why. I can understand why they do it. Probably the main reason they do it. I mean, first of all, you can get a running start from it. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's. I'll give this. It's a little bit different, but it's not too extremely being different. I know here in Daytona Beach, they have Go Wrestling, and they use a six-sided ring too. It was different. It added in some stuff, especially when you got into the X division. A lot more of the high flyers and kind of traditional Lucius style. So it's a lot different than what it was. It doesn't really take away from the action. It somewhat adds to it. I mean, Impact's never going to be really be the same. I mean, I will give Impact this. They are trying to bring their own talent, at least make connections with other promotions like New Japan. They're not just poaching WWE's old wrestlers, at least, which is a good thing. I mean, it's not bad. But I might give my girlfriend a call in a little bit. And there's a lot of dead space on this pay-per-view. I mean, again, I can't post it because then I'll get my second suspension. No, you are right, SG Martin. I want to say WWE sucks right now. They're really at a low point though, and the only reason I want to say sucks is because they still have NXT. NXT, I just came from a show. I've been watching one of my previous podcasts. They came to Daytona Beach last Thursday. Again, I have some highlights and ring entrances. Kind of the two easiest things to get. One at the show. Again, that's on my previous webcasts. I think I put that up Friday. I think. So I put that up Friday. The thing with WWE, current product is pretty bad. The 5150 Brother Roman. 5150. Yeah. Roman Reigns. I think the reason why Roman Reigns doesn't work is the WWE is really trying to force him down our throat. They're trying. I know in the past WWE's done things organically, which has been great. But now they're saying, "Oh, you're going to want to watch this wrestler." It's like, no, the fans are going to want to watch what they want to watch, and especially nowadays, you can't force someone he can't fix. I mean, you're right. I mean, he is being pushed through a gap, and you just can't fit. It's just Roman Reigns is a very good wrestler, and he can put on a really good match. He's the type of wrestler that needs an AJ Styles though to help him to kind of help him through it. He can put on a good match, and he can do it. He can put on a good match by himself, but to have a really great match, he really needs AJ Styles or an AJ Styles like wrestler. And thank you. You don't have to agree. You can always disagree, so you don't know what you're talking about. But if you think about, it was Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns was a horrible match. But then Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles was really good. And you knew AJ Styles wasn't going to beat Brock, but still, the fact that they wrestled to a really, and again, AJ Styles can do so much, and there are certain wrestlers. One fall. Let's see, what match is this? Okay, so now, see, I think for some reason they're doing the Tess Blanchard Alley match now. And this should have been the first match because this, unless something screwy happens, unless we have a death day finish, baby, it's going to be kind of boring. See, Brock Lesnar, he has been pushed as a monster, and the only reason why no one cares really is because he's not on TV. So if you're not going to be on TV, then you have to have a good reason why you're not on TV. I mean, this is one of those things where if the WWE is smart, maybe I'm overthinking it. They could do like scenes from Brock Lesnar's ranch in like Montana or Idaho or whatever it is, and at least they would have him online. I mean, they would see his face. Paul Heyman's really good and he can talk, but you want to see the champion there every so often. He doesn't have to defend it all the time. As long as you see his face, it's hard to say hate. I mean, he does put on good matches. He does every so often. Hey, you know what? A blind squirrel finds nuts sometimes, and he will have a good match. I don't think the pay-per-views right now, the Impact, it's not really watered down. I think the major problem is that you have company people versus non-company people, and smarky people realize the company people are going to get pushed. Those that aren't with the company are going to do the job, and the order is really weird. I mean, I honestly thought the four-way was going to be the match of the night. They put that one on first, and it was okay. It was exciting. It wasn't. It had its don't get me wrong. It had its spots, but to have the Tess Blanchard versus Ali match next, I think Tess Blanchard was involved with that one horrible match that was just so botchy and like her and the other person like we're like hit me like so it's not that bad. I don't see this being bad. Allie's still gonna win. I think only because she's a company person. Tess Blanchard's a name wrestler. I mean, it would be interesting if and I don't even know if they could show it. They put like Tully Blanchard in the crowd. Yeah, I thought it was going to be fantastic too. You could have seen that match on TV. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular. I mean, again, it's just a weird order. And hey, I'm not the booker, I'm not getting paid money to do it. But I've seen my share of wrestling matches. And I know even in NXT, they start you off with like two no names or like one no name and one kind of mid card person. They put on a great match though. And it makes, and well, maybe not a great match, but they put on a good match where it gets you excited. That it builds like anything else. Yeah, USA. I think Allie's. I think from Canada. I know one of the knockouts was from Canada. I don't think. I forget if Allie was or is it. Yeah, that's like the oldest angle in the book. The hometown hero versus the hometown hero versus the foreigner. I mean, WWE does it all the time. They're in Canada. They can make Tess Blanchard very simply be the heel by dressing her in American clothes. Not that hard to do. Oh wow, what happened there? Oh, victory. Whoa, where'd everyone go? Where my chats go? There we go. I, I I mean the thing is, I agree. That's why Redemption worked so well because the first match in that preview card just got win my son. Yeah, again, that's a whole separate card. I mean, Impact's really spotty like that. Unfortunately, I mean they had great matches, and then they have blah matches. Okay, so there's some good stuff going on there. I mean, this match, Tess Blanchard and Allie's okay. I mean, they're teasing some stuff, but I think I just saw like the redemption highlights. That was good. I mean, glad I could watch the highlights at least. In this match, going for a count win, yeah, that is a heelish thing to do at least. And again, in the classical sense, you're right. And actually, this is kind of, I think this is their mark. I think this is their marquee show. I mean, right now it looks like a glorified TV taping. I think that's the one thing I do have to do one day. I do have to head out to Universal. Oh, where'd you come from? There she goes. Even my cat's bored with these matches. That's a bad sign. Bound for Glory was good. I mean, it was hard to. It was good. It's definitely better than this stuff. This is just, I don't know. It's very hit or missish when you get to Impact Wrestling. Bound for Glory is a good name too. I'll agree with you there. Yeah, see, I knew Allie was from Canada. It's the hometown crowd. This is the oldest angle you could ever work, folks. You have the heelish foreigner, this time from USA, versus the Canadian Allie. Oh, I don't know. They're gonna have Allie win in Canada. If this was if this was WE, she'd be losing. But I think the only good, I mean, Allie she's a good character wrestler. I don't know. So there's some back and forth. Wow. I think I saw that. I think I forget where though. I heard it was Pro Wrestling Unlimited. It's supposed to one with Ollie Davis, whoever that is. There's a couple others that are out there. I mean, that's okay, I guess. I mean, hey, what two adults do in their own privacy, that's all up to them. I mean, how they choose to work with the other could be interesting. Are they really gonna have Allie? There we go. An Impact. He was like, this is a big upset for Impact Wrestling. Yeah, it also depends what he's told to put over. I mean, I'm sure there's someone whispering stuff in his ear. It's like a big upset for Impact Wrestling when she won her match. Whoa, what a savage! Yeah, I mean, she's facing Su Young. By the way, she's not winning. Josh Matt, he's not bad. You know which group's getting. You know which tandem's really good. If you watch Lucha Underground, Vampiro and Matt Striker. Matt Striker, I also saw when he came to Orlando for WCP the WCPW show a couple years ago for kind of like the WrestleMania thing. Vampiro and Striker, you have to listen to those two. Those two are really good. They know what they're doing. Trying to think who does the big shows for New Japan. It's not Ross. Ross, I think, doesn't know what he's talking about in New Japan half the time. He's ever in his name. Not Barn. Maybe it is Barnett. Another trying dueling chance. I mean, Josh Matthews is okay. Master Striker is 100% better. Oh, Vampiro is a natural. Striker in WWE, he was good. I think the thing that hurts Striker, and again, there's always rumors that Vince is always in your ear, and then he'll tell you what to say, and he will belittle you verbally at least if you do. I think the thing that held he was okay in WWE. Again, I think he was just really held back. In Lucha Underground, he seems like he is. Tessa's on the top rope. Codebreaker. Yeah, sorry about that. But I think Matt Striker was held back when on WWE, and Lucha Underground, he seems there's a lot more naturalness though. This crowd is they're paid to beat him. Yeah, I think that they were. I think they were excited a little bit. They were chanting "Allie, Allie" to begin with. Again, she's a hometown girl. Now this match is getting long though. I mean, they're going back and forth. They're trying it. I would like to go someplace and be paid to beat wrestling. Man. It's not the first time they tried it. I think that when they were in India, they did that too. I think Universal. I think it's like I don't think they're paid to be there, but I think it's only like so some ridiculously low fee to get in. Tessa Blanchard won. Wow. I mean, it's okay. And that match was a ham sandwich match. There we go. Where's my ham sandwich at? Copy. Paste. Tassa, no, not Tassa. Actually, you'd really be surprised when you meet, especially some of the female wrestlers, the women's wrestlers. Oh, there's a button screen here. When you meet some of the women wrestlers, you're actually surprised. I think I've mentioned this a couple times on my podcast, but Peyton Royce, for some reason, her boobies look bigger on TV than they do in real life. You see her in real life, and you're like, that's not her. Other superstars, it's the opposite. Candice LeRae looks, and I know she's a married woman. Don't get me wrong. Candice LeRae is cute looking though, and it's amazing how short she is. Very quick story about that last part, SMG Martine. I'm sorry for that slip up. I was at a NXT event here in Daytona Beach, and one of the women's matches was Nikki Cross versus Sarah Logan. Nikki Cross had kind of a wardrobe malfunction because her pants came down beneath the Mendoza line, and you could tell that she was wearing a black thong underneath. And again, Nikki Cross, she's tiny, but it's so hard to say because TV does do weird things. I mean, oh, dang, yeah. I mean, her pants came down, and then you could tell it was the whale tail came up, and I was like, whoa. And to this day, I still joke with my girlfriend. I saw Nikki Cross's butt, and again, she showed everyone her goodies. I know on WWE, Lana I think accidentally pulled down Charles Stanley. You just see Charles like, oh, and everyone started chanting, "Thank you, Lana." Lucky away was from the hard can. That would have been really interesting. But it's really weird. Like when you see Nikki, I hate to say this, I'm going to talk a lot about Nikki Cross if you're going to mention female wrestlers. Also mention Nixon Newell too. Because I have a selfie with Nixon Newell. I'll go grab that eventually, especially if this keeps on going slow like this. But actually, I'm going to grab that. I shall be right back, folks. Okay, this is a little bonus treat. I have no idea how this is going to work out. But let's see here. So I went to an NXT event. I actually got a selfie with Nixon Newell. I don't know. The thing I don't like is that they changed their names to like something like who are you? It's like the girl with the shiny wizard. I'm like, there's only one girl with a shiny wizard. That's Nixon Newell. So I don't know if you can see. Yes, that's me. A selfie with Nixon Newell. If Nixon Newell came into the store I went to, even if you wore a girl with with her old merch shirt, said the girl with the shiniest wizard, it really was cool. I think it was somewhat more cool, I think, for her, only because when I went up to her, she was introduced. I think I was in line trying to get autographs for my nephews, or see if I had a feeling that something cool was going to happen. So I got in line. They said, the girl with the shiniest wizard. I'm like, and then said, I don't even know what Tortilla, whatever her new name is. But they said her name, and I'm like, there's only one person with the shiniest wizard, and I saw her. I looked at her. Like, it was so neat because I'm like, when I went up to her and eventually did get her autograph, I'm like, weren't you in WCPW? It's like you were the first women's champion in WCPW. She's like, yeah. I was like, Nixon Newell. She's like, yeah. So sometimes the wrestlers are really weird about it. I do love the fact that it's a case, and I know there's money involved and reasons why, but it's always neat though when wrestlers realize that there are fans out there that have seen them for a while. I've been a pro wrestling fan. I can go back to the days when I watched AWA at home, a long time ago, very long time ago. But every so often you would watch Matt Hardy. Actually, I've heard funny stories about Matt and Jeff Hardy, about how they really are interesting. But it's just weird when you see a wrestler and you know by like again Nixon Newell. I don't know what her new name is. Oh, the Tommy Dreamer match is on, so I shall come back to that. We'll see how good this is. So right now we're at this match, but it's always interesting when the wrestler acknowledges like, "Wow, you've seen me other places." I got a autograph for my girlfriend's nephew from Kairi Sane. I got a picture of her when she was Kairi Hojo, and I said, "Well, probably is bored." But when I got the autograph for my girlfriend's nephew of Kairi Sane, it was a picture of Kairi Hojo. And again, I say, well, I remember when you were in Shimmer and you wrestled with Patrick. And her eyes got a little twinkle to them. And she seemed just really happy to say, he's a fan. He's seen this before. Kai Sono, Chris Hero, when I first met him, when he was at the autograph booth, bumped elbows. It's like, oh man, I remember he's Chris Hero. It's like, yeah, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? That was like, he acknowledges the fact that he's known as Chris Hero, and the whole crowd would chant because it's a really smarky crowd sometimes during Daytona Beach, and they actually started to chant, "You're my hero," and he just said, okay, but he had a smile on his face. Ruby Riot, who used to be Heidi Lovelace, I have a picture. I think my sister took a picture of the two of us. I have a picture somewhere on my computer. It's on one of my It's on one of my videos. This is just a brutal match. Yeah, this is. I thought that already, but I think the thing with Ruby Riot, it's like, oh, I remember you Heidi Lovelace. He's like, oh, don't give me that nonsense. Exactly. But I hate to say it, but you're right. Again, I think the order killed it. The order really killed this pay-per-view. I mean, the thing is, you start off with probably the best match first, and again, you start off up here. Guess what? There's only one way to go. And they're bored because they're collecting a paycheck. That's why. This is meant to be there. Well, I don't know if it's. I think Bound for Glory. Why don't I want to say Bound for Glory? It's almost like a WrestleMania. This is somewhat the worst. Whatever their worst. Whatever the bottom four. I know it sounds like WrestleMania, Slammiversary. It's more like SummerSlam's okay. Yeah, the thing that in recent years they had more sorry. Data went down wrong. Staple guns. Okay. I knew where this match was gonna go. But if you think about it, past years, the Hardy Brothers, they were awesome. What ring? I'll say I'm more of the traditionalist. I like the four-sided ring. I can understand why Impact they did try something different, and I think a couple other organizations do the six-sided one. Go Wrestling does here in town. More staple. Okay. I'll say I'm more of the traditionalist. I'll say the four-sided ring, but it's not bad. I think the thing is, I think you can see action pretty good from all sides though. Again, four is just kind of the classic way to go. Well, yeah, you just have to watch that language a little bit, SG Martin. Let's see here. This message is hard for you. Yeah. Well, that's okay. I'll show it. I mean, there's a lot worse than that. And see, I just have to figure out where I did stuff. No, you don't have to be sorry for me. You'd be surprised. My language has actually got a lot better since I met my girlfriend because she gives me nasty looks when I talk. And again, I say funny things like the only thing is I just try to make it funny. I mean, you're just being honest. I have absolutely no problem with that. I mean, you're not directing it. Well, thank you for not directing it at me. But all the time I say, oh, well, Peyton Royce's boobies look bigger on TV than they do in real life. And you can say certain things. I think on my last SmackDown, yeah, I'm not that cool over here. But I think on my last SmackDown review, I think I said something to the effect of one day someone's gonna grab the trunks of Ember Moon and she's gonna give a V shot to everyone. And if you have to think about what V shot is, just think about that with your trunks. I think King Ross put it in a way where if Ember Moon's trunks were $75, she just pulled $50 of it right off her butt. I mean, it's not that hard of a picture. She's just going to show everyone everything one day. Oh, what was it? Well, what was the other thing? My girlfriend and I were watching again SmackDown. What was it? Was it SmackDown? I forget if it was SmackDown or NXT, but my girlfriend was there with me, and I made the comment, we almost saw a full Ember Moon. So, I mean, if there were more people watching, I'm not that concerned about the language. I mean, as long as it's not directed hatefully towards anyone, hey, it's a word, I can deal with it. that joke though. Yeah, the V shot. We're seeing the full Ember Moon. Yeah, that's something that'll be interesting. Happens often. This and just for others watching, I don't know who else is out there. SMG Martin is just there. Tommy. Yeah, I mean, it's a typical hardcore match. You have the staple gun come out. I think they pulled the table out, too. I've been talking a lot, so. I mean,
look at it. He asked for it, he got it.
Dreamer.
Dreamer is insane.
Dreamer
wants
insane.
to make a statement. Dreamer wants to.
I didn't have any hopes for this pay-per-view. Mainly because there's your chant for you. If you think my language is bad, listen to this Canadian audience. I'll say this much. These are some smarks out there. I honestly didn't know what to expect for this pay-per-view. It is Impact. I don't think I've really seen an Impact pay-per-view. I think it's a Hardy slot. And that's only because the Hardys, they were in that broken Hardy stage. You have the Ultimate Deletion, the Full Metal Mayhem match. I mean, again, I think they just killed it with the order, the way they ordered these matches. The Broken Hardys were great. And the Hogan said, rolling. Wow. Wilkins. Uh-oh.
That's all. He's up. I cannot believe that Eddie Edwards kicked out of that move.
Eddie Edwards just kicked out of a top rope Death Valley driver.
Off the ropes, check this out.
The Woken thing could be great. The thing they need to do more of, just like with his first match, I think, with Bray Wyatt, there has to be more stuff at the compound. And I think one of the things that made the Broken universe work so well is that they seem to be having fun. I mean, they seem to do stuff that like, I'm older and no one has many restrictions as to what my parents let me do back in the day. But to shoot fireworks off at each other, that was great. And the fireworks, they would hide behind a boat. Not doing that so much, probably more for the sponsors and stuff. But if they did more stuff at the compound, invite the B team to the compound, that could really work. If they did a breakup between Matt and Bray, that would also work. They'd have to get a little bit, and I don't. Again, look at this. I have my El Cheapo camera at the computer thing, and actually I have my other microphone here. I forget which microphone it was in. I have this microphone too, but trying to see if that speaker works a little bit better, because I know I've learned to project my voice more. So hopefully, SMG Martin, you can still hear me. I think I switched microphones a little bit. But again, they could really do a lot more. Eddie Edwards just won?
Wow. Eddie Edwards with a wrestling maneuver to win this match. This House of Hardcore match.
That's weird.
But if he triggered his own match, but then he also used the chair.
Chair was used too, but I don't know.
Someone better stop, because I don't think Eddie Edwards is done, Josh.
Oh, well, this has been a weird card. I guess I should. No. Yeah, please let me know if you can hear me still. I forget that I unplugged my mic.
With the man with the kendo stick.
Yeah, I guess you can still hear me with this. I'll put that there. I actually forgot it was still plugged in. But Eddie Edwards won. It was okay. Kind of going to the ham sandwich ranking copy. What the heck was that? Oh, I know what that was. No, now there's just a bunch of boring stuff. I might give my girlfriend a call soon. This is only so-so. I don't know why they do this stuff. It's getting boring. Time to call the girlfriend. I'm going to pull this out. I want computer mic. I think it should still be working. Oh, that's okay then.
Hello.
Hey, sweetie, how are you?
Good.
Yep, I'm doing my podcast. I'm doing my live streaming now.
Are you?
Yep, yeah. The wrestling matches are terrible.
Oh.
That is a weird order. Like it's a weird order too, because they put like probably their most exciting match at the very beginning,
Yeah.
and everything else is kind of like blah.
Oh boy.
Although one person, SMG Martin, said I'm a cool guy though, because I actually have people chatting with me now for a change.
Oh really?
Yep. I've actually had
cool.
3 people chat, and if you went online, you could probably chat with me too. McBruno91, Tall Can left a whole bunch of messages. Connor G wanted to stream, and I think during kind of the boring matches, SMG Martin and I have really just had like almost like a normal like wrestling fan conversation, which is kind of cool. Thank you very much, SMG Martin. You've actually made this show go by a lot quicker for me.
Oh.
And thank you very much, my beautiful, amazing girlfriend. You're making the show go even faster.
Thank you, blush, Tom.
Good. You need to blush more. But
Turn off my hair and open my door, fix my screen.
Yeah, well, it did finally cool off too here. I think when I came home from church, I think it was like 72 degrees.
Yeah, well, I kept watching it. It's like breezy outside. I threw the garbage, so I'm like, I wish I'd done it earlier.
Yeah, it was still raining a little bit. I might go out again and do my hoboing because I am Hobo Tom. This is a Hobo and his girlfriend wrestling podcast. This is my live stream event.
Quit storming too.
Yeah, it's been raining on and off here.
Really, not here. It did quit storming. It was pretty bad too.
See, I want to see this one. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out stuff about computers. Participant. There we go. Oh wait, I'm there. So that's good. Maybe SMG Martin thought these matches were boring too and said, I'm done with this.
Aren't you glad you didn't pay for it?
What?
Aren't you glad you didn't pay for it?
That's why I'm a hobo. I get my stuff for free. Or find stuff for free. So.
I had to get it for free.
Well, I have my way, sweetie. There's many very worse people on YouTube than me.
I don't know what you did.
Hmm?
I'm not going to tell the world. I have to get it for free.
What I do is I listen to other people's podcasts. And they have the volume up at certain levels so I can hear the action in the background. And if I play the volume at a loud level, some people don't. Well, that.
You're bad.
Well, that, and I know, like a lot of times the WWE pay-per-views. If you wait like an hour after the show.
Yeah.
I won't reveal my sources, but you can actually, like, if you wait an hour after like the WWE pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You actually can watch the same thing for free.
Oh, okay.
Because there are ways around it. They're very technical, and it's way beyond my abilities. And I hope YouTube doesn't give me another 90-day suspension for mentioning this streaming. But
you should win.
But there are certain ways around it. If you don't mind waiting an hour, I think the only bad thing with that is now that the WWE pay-per-views are like 4 hours long.
Really?
Yeah, if they switch the times, now they're from like 7 to 11 or almost midnight.
You gotta get your money's worth.
Well, you do get your money's worth, but. Oh, so the next match is Brian Cage versus Matt Sydal. So that should be interesting for the X Division Championship. So we have this match now. There's still, this is just a long, boring card. But again, there are kind of some ways around it. I think because they're a longer pay-per-view, that means you have to stay up longer. And if I have to go to work the next day, like that's not happening. So, like I can remember, I think for the last, I think SummerSlam a year ago, I didn't have to work on Monday. So I actually stayed up, I think, until like 3 a.m. and watched kind of like the hour, the whole events. And kind of skip through the boring parts, but it's okay. But yeah, this is the Impact Wrestling. Because one day I have to take you to Impact one day.
What's Impact?
It's just a different wrestling promotion.
Oh.
And they're actually based out of Universal Orlando, Florida.
Oh, really?
And some
in the mall. Is how you look at.
No, that was Go Wrestling. This is a little bit bigger. I think they're out of they're based out of the Universal theme park.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a company that pays people to be fans too.
Can they pay you to be a fan?
Yeah, they actually pay people to show up to their events.
Okay.
I think it was like $50 a day you got to like some events.
Well,
so they could pay me to do that for $50.
I would too.
That's because you're getting $50. You gotta watch wrestling.
$50 is better than none.
And I think some days they have it for like 2 day events, so you get like $100. I think.
When is the next one?
I don't know. I have to look up their schedule because I know right now they're doing they're just finally beginning to tour. So for a long time they would be based out of Universal Theaters in Orlando. Yeah, it would be something different. I think they used to have the 6-sided ring, like Go Wrestling has.
Yeah.
So so it would be interesting. Oh, what did I do? No.
I don't know. What did you do?
No, whenever I press the wrong buttons, screen does weird things. So yep. Oh, they mentioned AJ Styles. Wow, I'm surprised they could do that. Well, because AJ Styles in WWE, we saw him wrestle once. We saw him wrestle when we went to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd went absolutely bonkers. Oh, I'm trying to think. Where are you doing the 31st and or the 7th?
August?
Yeah, the 7th of August or the 31st of this month.
Well, July 30th is when I have my training for my job, and I don't know what my days I'll be working after that. And what day is August the 7th on?
It's a Tuesday. They're both Tuesdays.
I don't know. I'll have to wait until my work schedule is.
Because I know it's SmackDown's coming back on Tuesday the 7th to Orlando. And the 31st are going to be in Tampa.
Yeah.
And I think the 30th are coming up to Jacksonville. I think that's what I mentioned to you before.
Yeah. Well, I won't be able to do the 30th because it's too far for me.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think my nephews will be there, and that gets expensive if I have to bring my nephews up to Jacksonville.
Yeah. And they might be in school too.
No, it's still July.
Oh, wait, yeah. School starts. I think the 15th starts August the 18th.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Todd starts a week or 2 weeks afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So yep. So don't forget to say hi to everyone.
Now.
Well, yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, folks. My girlfriend's on the phone on speakerphone. Again, she's the most beautiful, amazing woman ever. And even though Nixon Newell does have the shiniest wizard, my girlfriend has the most beautiful and amazing and mostest amazing shiniest wizard of them all.
Okay.
So, okay, well, I'll let you go, sweetie. I'll continue my podcast or live stream or whatever.
Okay, tell me later.
Maybe. I'll see how I feel. If I'm tired, I might go to sleep. I don't know.
Okay.
Might do some hoboing later. Go get some more aluminum because I'm Hobo Tom.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, sweetie. Especially when I'm online. I'm Hobo Tom.
No, you're not.
It's like my nice gray clothesline wrestling T-shirt on. Yeah. Sure. Oh, the Cherry Bomb shirt I got you, right?
Yeah.
She actually wrestled on the show.
Oh, really?
And then she lost.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was from Canada.
Uh-oh.
Because she was like the hometown girl, because like one of like the very simplest, most basic story angles you could ever have is a foreign heel versus like the hometown good person. Hometown face. So Tessa Blanchard is from the USA, so she got booed because she came in like wearing like the American flag bikini almost. And of course she got booed because they're doing this in Canada.
Oh.
Wow. This is actually a better match than I thought it would be. Maybe this will be the surprise match. Because again, they've really followed this card. Because what they did, they put their most exciting match on first. And it's just gone like down here from there. Oh,
What?
Well, what were you gonna say?
I should have checked that for last.
Well, maybe not last because they do have the Impact Heavyweight Championship, and that would be the main event. But it should have been like second to last or third to last. I could have seen that order.
Yeah.
But instead, they put the probably best match on first, and that kind of was exciting. And then you had followed up with like the Alley Tessa Blanchard match, and that wasn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had the Eddie Edwards, Tommy Dreamer House of Hardcore match, and Staple Guns came out. So you would not have liked that because they staple each other in the head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's very bloody and a mess. Yes, good grief. Although Eddie Edwards did win via some wrestling moves, whereas Tommy Dreamer just like started to like pummel people.
Yeah.
So SMG Martins were pretty right. This is a pretty boring pay-per-view. And honestly, if I had to work today or do anything else, I probably wouldn't be watching it. But I figured it never hurts to try, get more used to doing live streams and stuff.
Never hurt to try.
Again, I heard there's three more people. There were three more people leaving. 3 more people than last time left comments. Because last time no one left a comment. But again, I did start that one late though. So that's just me scrolling through everything, guys. Again, this is my girlfriend on the phone. You can say hello again if you want.
Hello.
But, yep, so you actually have a T-shirt of one of the wrestlers that wrestled here.
Oh, really?
Yep, the Cherry Bomb one.
Oh, cool.
Oh, did you get all your pictures done, sweetie?
No, I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 files left to go.
Wow.
And it's like, 5 left, so it's like 200 or more of each. So I take a lot of pictures.
Wow.
A lot of pictures. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool, though.
Yeah. Because I haven't been home, I've been everywhere else.
How much he can take.
Yep. 200 pictures on each of these last files. Yep.
Wow.
I know.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get it done tonight, but if I can do 3 more tonight and do 2 more tomorrow, that'll be awesome.
That's really, cool. Really awesome. Tomorrow I have to look for work. Get back to work. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's it for now, sweetie. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
That means I have to get you more flowers and chocolates.
Yes, because I ate all the chocolates you gave me.
Already? That was a lot of chocolates.
Oh, that's not a lot of chocolate. Like 2 days. That's
got a huge freaking hunk of Hershey's extra dark chocolate.
No, don't. The little one you gave me?
The big one.
Like extreme dark chocolate.
What was that? The Gehaldring one?
Yeah, the intense stars, the moonlight, those are like something you couldn't make or whatever.
Moonlight Mystique.
Yeah.
That must have been your. Wow, Brian Cage won. I'd say, but that also gets a ham sandwich because I spent most of the match talking to you. That match is a ham sandwich. I think they could have shown most of these matches on TV. This will be interesting because I wonder if Brian Cage will stay in Lucha Underground then. Or I know they do the tapings. Whoa, wait a second. There's 1, 2, 3 ham sandwiches? That's not good. It's a horror. Like that's like a Raw. It's like a TV Raw. But okay. Well, I'll let you go, sweetie.
Okay.
I'm still trying to think. What were the really dark chocolates? I just forget what brand they were because I know I got you a
Cadelli or something like that.
Hear that, everyone out there on YouTube? Don't get those dark chocolates. They're too intense. This coming from the woman who loves her chocolate too. Okay. Well, I'll call you later, sweetie.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
The biggest stage, the biggest spotlight. Moose has been dreaming about his whole life. What I've been doing my whole life.
Let's listen to Austin Aries a little bit.
Dream is my reality. When the lights are the brightest is when I shine the most. And tonight, you and me, Moose, one-on-one. That's right, one-on-one. Angel Williams, not going to be here. I made sure of that. Your dear old mom, you thought she was going to be sitting ringside? I just took care of that. You see what kind of man you are. We're going to see if you can really call yourself Mr. Impact Wrestling. Because the way I see it, this is Mr. Impact Wrestling. Because this is what this symbolizes.
Austin Aries.
This is not the biggest stage of my career.
I don't know what WWE thought so highly about Austin Aries to begin with. But, I mean, I know he's a good wrestler and he can be a good heel. But I don't get it. And it might just be me too. Again, feel free to leave a comment if you agree or disagree with me. You can see the whole bunch of chats I've been having with SMG Martin. Again, feel free to leave your opinion about this. What do you guys think about this show? Because right now, it's not good. This just feels like a glorified TV taping. Say about that.
My entire career, my family, my parents have stood by me. They've supported me. They've made sacrifices so that I could chase my dream, so that I could continue to be Madison Rain.
Madison Rain?
And Slammiversary, when I beat Sue.
Yeah, this is so. SNG Martin, I don't blame you for leaving. This isn't that good of a card.
I open up my bag and I show her that Knockouts Championship. And I show her that mommy did it.
That mommy got the living heck beat out of her. For the next match, folks, we have Sue Young versus Madison Rain. Ready? Fight! Why does my one eye seem so much darker? Where's the light? Again, for those of you actually commenting, SMG Martin, you're getting a shout out. You're getting a special video. I'll set up something for Wednesday. I know. Oh, Connor G a special video. And McBruno91 Tolkien. I owe you another video too. I owe you special featured comments only. That's the thing I'm going to send you guys. Show something on one of these video cards here somewhere. Oh, well, again, another break in the match. Technical difficulties, I guess, over there at Impact Wrestling. Yeah, not that much going on, folks. And if you are just watching, my name is Hobo Tom. This is a Hobo and his girlfriend podcast. I try and announce that every so often. My girlfriend was working on her pictures at home. Again, she's a photographer. I'm a hobo. I'm going to go collect cans later. Maybe that's the next thing I have to do. I have to figure out how to set up a Twitter account. Ooh, we would do a tweet on this too. SMG Martin probably found a lot better show than this. I don't blame him. He's probably playing Candy Crush. Whoa, who's that? My cat doesn't like this show either for some reason. I looks for the hot cool. XP hashtag. I'll put the speaker back in. You can find one like that.
One thing I question about Madison Rain is how do you have all the balls in the air that she does? Family, daughter.
Yeah, have the microphone up.
How do you have all those outside issues, interests, commitments, responsibilities?
And I'm still trying to figure out like little things on this.
It's a great point. We'll see how it all plays out here tonight. As Sue watches from the coffee.
Ryan, checking out my camera angles.
Madison Rain saw herself in a coffee unintact. She saw her funeral because of Sir Young, a letdown, a loser. And now here we are tonight. This is going to be an intense match.
This match is gonna suck. For some reason, if this is the best match, something's really wrong with Impact Wrestling. That's good. At least I know someone brought this up before. I think it was Ashley Martin. How do I feel about the stage being connected to the ring? I actually like it. It allows stuff like this to happen where you have Madison Rains going after Su Yung on the ramp. It's probably just a lot easier. That way you don't have to climb in. It's not that awkward. But other than that, yeah, SMG Martin, thank you very much for all our chats and our conversation. Again, if you want to have a conversation, kind of about anything, I do have some funny stories to show, to kind of tell from what I've done. I can show you Instagram pics of me and some other wrestlers, especially when they come to NXT. Oh, yes, and Rage Tron. You can see Hobo Tom again, hopefully on the 29th at the WWE Live event. I don't know when the next NXT event's going to come to Daytona Beach. They didn't announce anything last time, which is kind of weird. So right now, again, we are at this match, folks. Let's see, where's my finger at? There we go. Su Yung, Madison Rain. I think Su Young's going to retain. I think. Let's see, I was right. Wrong. I'm not doing good. So. Oh no.
She has to keep her head on a swivel back. That's Madison Rain. Oh!
And this is so. It's nothing amazing. SMG Martin probably found the free way to do this, which is probably a lot better than this way. So let's see. I shall be right back, folks. Kind of thirsty. I'm an orange soda. I might make myself some popcorn. Popcorn is good for you, folks. Here, let me do some boring paperwork stuff over here. Turn up the volume a little bit so you guys can probably hear the match a little bit. I know I can't show the match, but right now, I mean, nothing. I don't know. Nothing exciting is really going on.
This is where Stu dangerous. Hey, Kevin.
Again, Su Young's there. Su Young's pretty good. Oh, you know what'd be good to see? I don't know if it's just mentioned this.
When you know she appears to be able to do anything she wants to her.
Maybe Rosemary comes back. Qualm is that the wrestlers just seem to copy each other throughout the matches. I want to say it was just incredible that came up with the notion, at least, that you should really watch the matches ahead of you, so that way you don't kind of copy what's been done before. I think every match has had a true goal in it, though. And I know it's not that uncommon of a move, but if you're seeing the same people do the same thing over and over and over. Oh, yeah. That's what happens. You go to sleep during these matches. They really could have done this for, I don't know. Had 4 matches, about 2 hours. I still don't know where this is going to get any better, though, folks. I mean, again, feel free to disagree with me. I would welcome any disagreement. I would welcome any disagreement now. Part of me wants to play Candy Crush, but part of me wants to stay tuned just in case something interesting happens. And if you say, again, if a whole bunch of people in chat say, hey, we'd rather watch where you play Candy Crush than play this, I might just acquiesce to that as well. So it's okay. I think we're going to take just a little quick break. I do feel like some popcorn. Popcorn's good. Popcorn is good. It's good sounding. And I have the cheese corn, too. Yeah. I'll be back in a little bit, folks. I'm going to turn the volume up. I'm going to hear a lot of background junk. So there you go. Hope you guys can hear it. Again, please feel free to let me know if you can or can't hear it. Mandible, this match is over already? Thank God. What is that? Oh, finally, this crowd shows a light. Too sweet.
It's hard to get a read on how hurt Su Young is. With the makeup and the hair concealing her face. It's all part. Embodiment of Su Young. Madison connects. Innovative offense. Hooks the leg and Su Young. Su Young with otherworldly recuperative powers, it would appear.
Yeah, nothing outerworldly about this match. I don't know what's going on. It really is a glorified TV taping. Hey, folks, I shall be right back. If you're here to enjoy it, again, we're at the Madison Reigns Su Young match.
Fingers down to make a mouth. Pressing on that bundle of nerves. That's a paralytic effect.
So nerves.
Madison Reigns may pass out before she taps out.
Jeez, Su Young's just screaming and stuff. Pulling old mankind.
Your oxygen. She's up. She's up. She's unconscious. That's it.
Well, folks, there's that match. Su Young wins. You know what that match gets? Can of soup, folks. I'll be back.
I'm glad, mate. I'm glad. What are you up to? I mean, I honestly missed no stream last week while I'm wrestling.
This is Superstar. Ask me Saxon. Can't
I'm talking about like extras.
There we go. Hope you like those moves, folks. I have some popcorn cooking. Popcorn is good for you. So I wonder what match is next.
The 5 yards. Run through adversity. I'm tired of this bitch asshole and those 2 scrubs telling everybody that LAX is done. That our days are numbered. Man, we win from catching cases, finding on the block.
That's not a challenge. Well, it's nice that you probably go right anyway, mate.
Are watching.
So here, LAX versus OGZ, I think is going to be next. Should be okay. Oh no, it's a 51-50 match. Again, I have LAX winning, retaining. I guess they're going to retain their titles. I don't know. I just want my popcorn, folks. Like Disco Superstar. And then whoa.
You know exactly what happens to suckers in the streets. Everything stops and it was in act. And, outside. What? Me? For Judson? I don't think I got it. I don't think I got that fire. That fire, you know, little kid. I don't know if you. Say you will get the shit from you.
Popcorn. Okay, Alex is coming out.
Check out the Rebel Entertainment Complex. It's been set up and ready to go for this fifth fight for World Tag Team titles. LAX versus the OGs. Who will lead tonight with the World Tag Team titles in a very emotional matchup. This match is more than just about the tag team titles.
Well, that's talking on the line.
It's about who's going to be what is in the future. Will it be Brian LAX or King for the OGs? The following contest is 51
Hey, folks, this is for the Impact Tag Team Championships.
The team of Homicide and Hernandez.
Hernandez actually did spend some time, I think, in Lucha Underground. And she's good stuff. Oh, fuck. Foul.
Last time they were tag team champions, it was in 2008.
There we go. I forgot how they won the belts.
Well, thanks, Chairman.
Did they have a match to get those belts years ago?
They make some big announcements.
Oh, there's the boos. Boo, birds come out. Boo. Oh, LAX's music. Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta. Okay, let's go, come on.
See you later, man. Thanks for joining.
Take control. The three-time World Tag Team Champions.
Three-time world champions. Ring the bell.
This is just for back. I don't know game like bar. That's funny. Why not? That's just fucking looking on them.
Dang, Walker playing on
This feels right at its ass.
Oh. Being.
This one was really
I don't know. Look back. At least there's some pop to this match. I bet we have about so many ham sandwiches.
They want Google. So you have to Yahoo things. Oh, that was stupid. Google is the most efficient and best search engine on the internet.
That's a good match so far. I mean, maybe this might be the surprise match of the night. Maybe. Considering I thought was going to be the surprise match was the first one.
These 4 men came out hard wearing, and they do not want to lose what this job judge.
Got a lot of kayfabe, folks. I mean, yes, it's a pretty good match, actually. That was the one thing WWE really dropped the ball on. And I can understand why they did it after this fight. They stopped doing chair shots to the head. Again, they have the whole concussion protocol thing going on there. But the other programs, Lucha Underground, Impact, New Japan doesn't do that many chair shots. Ring of Honor doesn't do that many. But again, if you hit someone over the head with a chair, at least if you do it right, it makes sense. And if the timing, you don't have to do it all the time. You don't have trust me. Do not be like ECW. Just do it over again. But if you can incorporate it into a match and part of the storyline, a chair shot to the head really works good. And as long as the guy at least does something like this or like this, I mean, I can understand why they could do that. I mean, chair shots to the back, yeah, are probably not the most comfortable thing. It hurts and everything, but I mean, the classic chair shot to the head, I mean, that's just classic. And so maybe this one match is better. It was probably better. And yeah, I still don't understand the ordering of this card. Let's listen to more folks. Trainer.
I can look up that for you.
It's not really that much of a wrestling match. But yeah, I'm on the story though. I'll give them that much.
There's been no mention of Sabu's matches since 2015.
So yeah, this is actually pretty good.
In between homicide and Hernandez, and I promise you, you do not want to. This is dangerous for Santana. Jesus, walking around.
There's no way a 5150 street fight should be. WWE was watching. Rather than street fights, they should do that stuff. No staple guns. There's no need for that. That's nonsense. ECW nonsense.
Size is the biggest difference maker in this match, Josh. Size. He watched it. And it's
this might be the match of the night, folks.
All the big bucks at the start of this match. You basically have brought a night to a good fight. And here comes Homicide. And here comes Ortiz. It's the offense of the Ortiz.
That was the first wrestling move of this match, I think.
Santana, such a fast, such a lightning. He's going to go off the back. Good call. The cheese. Oh my God. Santana barely out the back door.
Sweet. This match is actually pretty decent compared to what I've seen. I mean, I'm impressed by it.
This is ugly. This is personal. This is the street.
Yeah, that's what a street fight should be. We're going to advertise on a street fight. At least let it be a street fight.
Yes, definitely.
Ladders and tables.
Yeah.
Tables, ladders, and chairs. Tables, ladders, and chairs.
Alex's song was written from Homicide, Lucky Santana, JMX, and so to say that the OG were not pulled in when he formed.
This is actually a pretty fun match so far.
Homicide is
There, I think it's a cheeseburger match. Way this card is gone, that's pretty darn good. Woo! The best match of the night so far was the popcorn match, folks. That's horrible. This match is actually pretty good. I'm shocked. Nowhere near like the first match was. I don't even know why they had that match on first. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff people are going to say about this pay-per-view really soon. They did the order wrong. Credit Hobo Tom for saying that first.
That's how powerful he is. I don't know if slapping Hernandez in the face is a good call. Huge shoulder tackle. Sets him under the ring.
Table's not. You bring the table, you go through the table, folks. Oh, you hear the crowd in the background. See if I can. Holy shit. Every so often I think a little crowd pops there. At least the crowd seems more into it than it was. Maybe they just got bored. Maybe they had to have popcorn early. I don't know. But they don't have popcorn. They have poutine. They're saying this is awesome. Wow, this crowd really doesn't know what Austin is. They always get up after you see it. One more time. One more time. Whoa! Table! As if this match fly over. Super kick party. Wow, this match picked up a lot. It's good. I really might have been the horrible. This has been the best match so far. Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling. What kind of people are these? These people are animals.
I'm honestly glad TNA is sorting shit out in these moments.
I can't believe that they're actually showing this on TV. These fans. This is okay, I guess. I mean, this has really been the surprise match of the night. Oh, how much I died on that table?
Oh God, thumbtacks!
Oh, thumbtacks, folks! Yes. Sorry about the popcorn. Yes.
Process 1, 2, 3.
That was actually really good. It got better towards the end. How many Dreamer Smash didn't have thumbtacks in it? When I think about it. I'll write that on in a moment. Don't worry.
That was fantastic. This has been absolutely amazing.
Oh, that was really fun. Oh, and it's still going on too. Yes. Gee, that was a good. I don't know. That was the surprise match of the night, folks. LAX. You know what they're getting? Because they were a really good match. It was fun. It felt. Well, not flaming young. None of these matches get flaming young. The only reason I'm giving it a surf and turf. Because it's still going on too. They're not done yet. This might be the best match of the night, folks. There's only 2 more left. We have Pentagon for the main event? Maybe. Uh-oh. Another match is getting better. My cat came back into the office. Where are you? Well. Here, G-Spot. Hello. Come on, what's wrong? Wow. Fuzzy. Yep, that's my cat back there. Being her normal cat itself.
Everyone out there in TV land watching at home right now, wanting to vote on social media at Impact Wrestling. Almost each and every one of them are saying that
Sammy Callan is going to lose. Pentagon Jr. is not losing his mask. No, some fifth-rate, some 20th-rate pay-per-view show. That's the thing. Oh, let me bring this up a little bit. There we go. Sammy Callan versus Pentagon Jr. mask versus hair match. Not losing his mask, folks. The darn near guarantee.
Yeah, Callahan. I am. And because I am, OVE, Dave and Jake Christ, they're led to the ring by the vile Sammy Callahan. Last week.
Not making much, folks. Trust me. It's more hype in the match. Watch all this hype for free. I think the WWE does a lot of that stuff. Another G1 tournament still going on. When's that finishing up, though?
I'm not wasting my time.
Oh my God, it was a full 100. Whoa! I wonder if Pentagon Jr. will try and break his arms. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, no. This has been fantastic pay-per-view so far. Seriously, this has been a fantastic pay-per-view. It's not a waste of time, trust me. Modern day Impact. The guys at Impact Wrestling with these new managers absolutely surprisingly. They've managed to completely turn this company around. Well, let's see. We've had.
Oh, it was a minute. Wow. Pay-per-view. I'm in two really good matches, folks.
Spots with Johnny Impact.
That was the four-way dance. And the last match, tag team title match. Everything else was bunkhouse bunk match. Yeah, the reason why that crowd's bored. Wait, there's still an hour. There's still about 55 minutes left. 2 20-minute matches? God, that's gonna be long. Long, I tell you, long. Glad I don't have anything to do tomorrow. Yeah. Look. Yeah, my kitty cat's bored. She's out of the office.
Weapon shots to the head. Big old school classic fight.
Throwing up. Junior.
Pro wrestling and enigma, a phenom, Pentagon Junior, former Impact World Champion, former AAA American Champion, AAA Women's Tag Team Champion, AAA World Tag Team Champion, winner of the Renegade Race in 2016, Lucha Underground Champion, Lucha Underground.
Wow, they mentioned he was a Lucha Underground, and he was a Lucha Underground Gift of God's champion and Lucha Underground heavyweight champion. I'm impressed.
What you mentioned, a lot of factors went into
That's going to be pretty interesting, I think.
And not just weapon shots to the head.
I don't watch Sammy Callahan.
Yeah,
He might pull his head and do it himself.
They had a metal tray and shoved it in his head. There's not been any actual fighting to the head. Shot a steel tray in his head. Oh, and that's I know. Lost his championship.
Or at least the crowd knows who he is.
Went after Chris Jericho on social media and asked, why are I invited on the Jericho Cruise?
They mentioned the Jericho Cruise. That's amazing.
Okay,
so this is a little smarty crowd. They know what's. I don't know. This is a good smarty crowd. And the reason why I say that, if you're just going to be paid to go to an event, you'll be like, yeah, yay, boo, yay. They might even have a sign, yay, boo, cheer, or follow other people. But when you do Cerro Miedo, that means you actually follow someone. Cerro Miedo. I mean, the fact that this crowd knows the Cerro Miedo, that's pretty impressive. I think it's like the Lucha Underground crowd a while to figure that out. So this is a good change. This, dare I say, is picking up. Is this actually getting better? It's because it's a popcorn. This Callahan's already in the ring. Sammy Callahan, he's supposed to be crazy anyway, so what's the difference? Woo! It's only 1,000 seats stadium. Okay, it's smaller than a freaking minor league hockey arena. They're in Canada. It's like treating Newington Armory or something here in the U.S. I think. I'm trying to think. Even the Amway Center holds a couple thousand. Gee, here in Daytona, I think they have the one arena.
Is a legendary career. The person, that's a different story. Yes, I
They have the one arena. Oh, something to the classic moves. But I know here they probably had a couple hundred, which is actually a pretty good size. What are you doing, silly kitty? Yeah, listen, Sammy Callahan. I know from experience, there are worse things than head shaves. Trust me, if I lose my hair on my mask, my hair is gone. I'll keep the mask. I mean, this card finally picked up a little bit. I'm getting happier. Maybe it's the cheese corn, but this isn't too bad. Pentagon Jr. knows how to deliver a shot and a chest slap. That's awesome. Okay, just a very quick recap during this little break. If you look over here on this side, you'll see some of the matches we've had so far. And these are not in order because this is the way they should have been in order, but not. Wait, what are they chanting? Oh, Pentagon Jr. Oh, Pentagon Jr. They're doing the Seven Nation Army chant. Oh, oh. So again, just to recap some of the matches here. Let me go back here. Again, nothing really exciting has happened. These matches, this does not represent the order. The order was wrong. Order sucked. But we had Tessa Blanchard beating Allie. That was a ham sandwich match. We had LAX defeating. I think I had LAX winning too. LAX defeating OGZ. That was a really good, fun match. That was a surf match. LAX went over. Then you had Matt Sydal losing to the Machine, Brian Cage. Ham sandwich. Eddie Edwards defeated Tommy Dreamer. Ham sandwich. Currently, we are here. Pentagon Jr. versus Sammy Callahan in a mask versus hair match. The first match to open up, which it should not have opened up, he was not here. It was P. Williams, Johnny Impact, the Bone Soldier, and Phoenix. That was really fun. I still don't know why that opened up. That was, again, the surf and turf match. Then the Knockouts champion was Su Yung versus Madison Rain. Can of soup. 2 matches left, folks. We are now you're somewhat listening. You hear a little bit in the background. Let me turn that up a little bit. It's good to vary the sounding. In the face. See, this is a heel on heel match, and this is the way a heel on heel match should be. So right now we are right here. Yeah, I know. You know what they're chanting too, folks. So again, we are right here, Pentagon Jr. versus Sammy Callahan. And it's so. It's pretty good. I mean, it hasn't been bad so far. Maybe it's a cheeseburger match. They do something insane. It could be a surf and turf match. We'll see how this match finishes up. I know the earlier match of they're doing a Cero Miedo. I know the previous match, LAX, it went on from a cheeseburger to a surf and turf just based on what they did. That was some fun stuff, folks. Again, this match is going along pretty okay. This is wrestling. It's not assault.
Spit coming in his face as he tries to lean the exposed head of Pentagon Jr.
Oh wow! He started to rip the mask. He's not.
The blood is coming through the mask.
Jesus fucking Christ.
This, I think, went up to the surf and turf match. Wait a second! They just did this. Who just did that?
When one can't go in the other, and when somebody either gets unmasked or gets their hair cut.
Didn't Cage just do that at Lucha Underground where he tied Pentagon Jr.'s mask so he'd stay against the bars? Why are they stealing the first person to do this? Again, feel free to comment. Let me know if anyone else did this before. Yano did it when he tied Juice Robinson's braids up in last year's G1 Climax. That was good stuff. We have to get some Yano matches on here. But again, Yano's done that, and he takes up Suzuki and beat Suzuki, I think, that way. And then Suzuki was so upset, he started to tape up Yano and beat up some young lions. That was the one thing I missed when New Japan came into Daytona Beach months ago. Well, Pentagon does too.
The fans now are bloodthirsty. They want him to get retribution on Callahan. Look at this. Face. And Callahan's busted open. He is busted wide open.
Nice.
Sammy Callahan down bloody.
Are they chanting "We want blood"? There you go. Holy.
Crimson Max.
Yeah, I'm challenging you in a wrestling promotion on the planet. Can you keep up with what we're doing here tonight? Sammy Callahan.
Be very careful when you say stupid stuff like that. CZW is known for that. That's kind of what turned me off a little bit. I think when ECW really went to like the really extreme matches, after a while it's like, ugh. It's that cringeworthy effect. Like CZW have the light tubes matches. I think once some wrestler did get seriously injured though, almost because he cut an artery. I think on light tubes. I don't think it was the neck, but I think he cut like the brachial artery here, falling on light tubes. I mean, if those don't shatter right, that's not good. So I mean, CZW's up there though as far as violence goes. I mean, this is they got fed that line. Those Canadians, they got fed that line. This is Impact, or they have marks in the crowd chanting stuff, and everyone's just, oh, that sounds fun to chant. Because you can always tell, like, kind of the place chants a little bit in this paper. You can hear them.
Chopping the hell out of each other.
Ooh.
Sucks to the eyes. Old school.
Chomps.
And the duel has changed to steel chairs.
But again, this has actually been a pretty good match. I'm shocked by this. Up in there, folks. It's pretty funky there. What the heck happened? Nope, I can still see me move around on my camera, so I guess everything's okay. Something funky happened. I don't know. My screen went blank. No, please comment more. I want more comments. Live chat, yes. Oh, is he breaking the? Oh, he's going to go for the arm breaker. His arm. Break his arm. Break his arm. I hope so. I mean, at least that's his classic traditional move. I don't love the letting him wrestle his style. See. Desperaciones. This has actually been really fun. I'm shocked. Either that or the other matches were so bad. Oh. Pentagon Jr. is so good. See. Powder in the eyes, the old Mr. Fuji trick. Salt to the eyes or whatever foreign substance it was. It probably does things. I'm blind you. He can't see. He has no idea. He broke the arm of the ref. He was the team of the ref. God, that's so cheesy. Uh-oh, you know what they're chanting now, folks? You effed up. You effed up. Eight, 9, 10. Yeah, that, well, again, enough bump. Broken arm, I have to believe, is unable to make the camera function. Pentagon Jr. had this match won. I mean, this has been a fun match. I'm actually shocked as to where this got in. Oh, yes, and SG Martin. Again, I'm off the phone with my girlfriend. You can replay whenever you want to. Also, who else was talking to me earlier? McBruno. Okay. Oh, wow, that's right. McBruno 91 again. Feel like saying anything. Connor G. Yeah, sorry, no live streaming. So no. When you stream live book. To losing his mask in front of all these people. Not losing his mask. In front of Mexico. In front of Lucha Libre. 2 and 7/8. I think they just make up those numbers. They're going to say 2 and 9/16 next. Steel Chair City. Steel Chair City. Yep, I need a little bookkeeping because, again, this match is actually really good. There's just some stuff I have to get done. And I mean, I'm going to try to keep the volume up as high as I can because I really do want you guys to at least enjoy listening to this. And then you'll see my comments, and I don't know, you'll get to stare at my cat as to whatever she's doing back there in the back.
What the fuck is he doing?
I don't know.
No, don't you tell me. Oh my god.
Oh, wait. Fear factor. Whoa. Fear factor on the chairs there, buddy. Oh, wow. He actually did kick out. Wow. Come on! Jeez, they're just like spitting each other's face. Another, the breaker of arms continues. Sammy Callahan's losing his hair, folks. That was fun. Pentagon Junior. What do you folks think? Because I think this was a surf and turf match. I think just the fact that they did. I don't know. It might be that, you know what? Everything else was so bad, and this was so good. I think I'm still going to give it a surf and turf rating. That's not too bad. I mean, that's only one step beneath a filet mignon match. And I mean, I can't give out filet mignons to everyone. Kind of. Oh, he has to get his haircut. Boo. Oh, are the Chris brothers out? Ooh. Crawling up the ring ramp. Shave your head. Shave your head. Oh, ooh. I don't think they're brothers. Phoenix is out. C. I think that's the other thing that's the other thing I don't think I could stand. Because I know some wrestlers do this. Not Finley. Who's the other part of the Killer Elite Squad? He does that where he drinks a bottle of water. Spits at everyone. That is kind of disgusting. It is kind of funny. It's also kind of disgusting. I mean, I think the only thing that could match that, I think, would be if this only happens. I think it happens to a few people at like ECW. I know on the CZW, if you're in the front row of the old ECW, and if you're in the front row of CZW, depending on the match, yeah, blood on, that's pretty freaky. So probably number one freaky thing being blood on. No bueno. Number two freaky thing being spit on. No bueno. The third freakiest thing is just getting someone else's hair in your lap. That might be freaky. I know every so often my girlfriend comes over. She gets to use the one good bathroom that's kind of that door right behind me. And I use the bathroom in the garage. It's just some nice personal space. Trust me, guys, if you want to have a good relationship with your girlfriend, always have separate bathrooms. Sharing a bathroom, no bueno. But again, she for the most part uses the main bathroom. I use the garage bathroom. It just seems nicer and as polite and all that other fun stuff. But the thing that still freaks me out is that whenever she leaves to go back to her house because of our jobs and our work schedule, leaves all her hair around. I mean, in my truck, there's still like hair that's been like burned off by the sun, but I can still see strands of her hair. I'm like, heck's all this red hair doing on my sink? I don't have red hair. I don't have that much hair anymore to begin with. So I'm like, wait a second, why am I cleaning up all her hair that's in my sink? Again, having 2 bathrooms is a good thing. And cleaning up the hair around the sink and the tub kind of gets old. Again, things to be addressed much later. But again, gentlemen, if you want to have a good, healthy relationship with a girlfriend, be in a house with 2 bathrooms. 1 bathroom. I have to do that whenever I go over to her place to kind of sleep over and just to stay like a night or so. And it's just kind of weird feeling. I do like the fact that I have my own bathroom, or at least get a nice big bathroom with at least a dual vanity and probably I don't know what they call it, but probably get just like a washroom. Washing or bathe isn't too bad. I mean, washing. I'm more creeped out. I think if she was to watch me shower, watching her bathe isn't too bad. Never seen her shower before. I think it's just that. I think it's just that one thought of where the towel goes when you shower, or where soapy fingers go down when you shower. Just kind of like creeps me out. Like I would never want her to watch me shower. I just feel like weird and maybe self-conscious. Like we do shower together. That's the fun shower, not the I just came from the gym and have to get a clean shower. But hey, that's my own opinion again. So kind of like the third thing that would probably like creep me out a little bit if I had like Sammy Callahan's hair and like my popcorn, that would kind of be freaky. I don't think that's ever happened to me. I get like some hair in the food. I think once I was working in Delhi and someone accused me of getting my hair in their food, and they said, "Well, what's this long blonde hair doing between my cheese?" I'm like, "Yeah, not long. It's not blonde." They looked at me like, "Oh yeah, you're right." And of course, the customer had long blonde hair too. So again, just one of those kind of weird things. It's a silly story. Um, this has been a really hot, cold pay-per-view. It's kind of weird because the good's really good, the bad is terrible though. Really effing terrible. I mean, the whole thing. My thing is that the order's weird. I mean, match. Tess Blanchard, Allie would have gone first. In the hardcore match, then the women's match, 4-way, actually X Division. Oh, I have to start doing what? There we go. There we go. I don't know what the heck happened. Said it was getting too big or going too long. Is this my longest video yet? Maybe. I don't know what's going on. No. What am I doing? Dude, that just looked funky. That better now? That's weird. Why do I have to goof with this? It was going so good. Now it's a little too bright, I think. Yeah, I guess it was around here somewhere. I don't think I'm recording this. Well, I know it's going on YouTube at least. Let's see here. Close that quickly. Nope, I'm still streaming. Sure, I know. Wait, I figured out how to see if I'm streaming now. See here. Yep, I am still live streaming. Next that. Switch to photo. No, I do not want to switch to photo mode. I want to play though. There we go. I think that's one. I think tonight after I do this video, I do have to clean up my computer files. Yeah, that's a kind of technical point though. Where'd my volume go? Moose, 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 moose.
Has been dreaming
Moose.
this moment
Moose.
his entire life.
Moose.
This man has been thinking
Moose.
every aspect
Moose.
of this moment since
Moose.
he was a child. He's
Moose.
playing his entrance. He's playing his
Moose.
attire. His walk to the ring.
Moose.
His hand movement.
Moose.
He's also playing his victory
Moose.
speech as well. Are we just one match away
Moose.
from seeing
Moose.
Moose become world
Moose.
champion? This is a man
Moose.
who every play he ever was on the
Moose.
field for in the NFL. He thought about wrestling, Josh.
Okay, so now we have our main event. Finally, yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
It's all about the title.
Hobo Tom
It's all
gladly invites you
First playing his
under the bridge to watch the main event of the evening. In this corner, the one and only Moose. And standing opposite from him, the champion, Austin Aries. Gentlemen, you be given your instructions at the beginning of the match. Do you have any further questions for me? Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Keep it a good, clean fight. Touch go. No. Moose Nation. That's a good one. I like that one. I should steal that one. Moose. From the Moose Nation. I like that. That's a rookie. Since that makes sense. Why does Pentagon seem to have more titles than he does?
Aries with no respect for anyone in Impact Wrestling or outside of it for that matter. Showing the world's championship to the Boston Aries.
I'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll leave the volume up a little bit so you can listen a little bit to it. I'll be right back.
The champions advantage. Bruce has to control or submission in order for Moose to become world champion. How important is that champion's advantage? Oh, it's huge. And I mean, if you look at where this is done, he's been trying to get in Moose's head, telling him he's not ready. Talking about how he was a failure in the NFL, which is a joke. Moose was a tremendous tackle in national football, one of the hardest positions to play. One of the best big men in the sport right now. Tremendous athlete. Aries just talks trash. And hopefully Moose doesn't claim too much attention, Josh. Impact World Championship, 43 reigns by 23 athletes. Look at that. Look at the power. He's the first world champion, also with the most reigns at 6. Bobby Roode, the longest Impact champion of all time at 256 games. And Aries looks like he's leaned out a little bit from this match with the much better Moose. Tonight here in Toronto. So why would Austin Aries lean down things? I think he's going to try to stretch Moose out. I think he's going to try to make this go long. No amount of weightlifting is going to motivate Moose's stratosphere. He's moving perspective, so he went the other way. Smart Moose.
Austin Aries, Moose, Moose. Austin Aries, Moose, Moose. Austin Aries, Moose, Moose. Austin Aries, Moose, Moose. And just kind of for all the accolades. I don't know. It's been weird. I'm going to start to text people. Text. Moose.
Yeah, I hope he does.
There we go. Just sent a message to Diamondback Jack. Again, kind of recapping what I'm saying. First time I've seen the show. I would like to thank SG Martin. You made this show go by so much quicker for me. Thank you. You're getting a bonus video somewhere along the line. I have your name written down. You will have a bonus video in your honor somewhere, either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to put on it, but we shall see. I think I have a couple other videos I've saved up. I'll save one for you. Or I can look up something. Ooh, you like Kota Ibushi? SG Martin, you're getting this special Kota Ibushi match versus Daryl Takahashi. I think I have part of that saved. I forget. But if not, you're going to be getting a very special video for you. So yeah, I don't think my camera died out then. So yeah, you're getting a special video. SG Martin, you made this, watching this semi-nonsense a lot more bearable. Thank you. Again, I'm sorry to the others. You cannot stream. I don't feel like going through another 90-day or worse punishment. It's nice yummy Kool-Aid. And I'm a hobo, so I drink my Kool-Aid. I put a lot of food in my system, so I'm impressed with myself. This match with Moose, this is okay. I mean, there's nothing spectacular going on. Moose has got a drop kick right to his face. That's pretty good. I mean, it hasn't been a bad match. It hasn't been a barn burner match.
Arrows is one of the best guys in suffering people in. Stays alive. Upstairs is a lot of things. He's disappointable. He could be an alternate trick to be tracked, but he's also a great wrestler. And we're seeing that as he kicks out the middle of Moose. That's himself about 12 championships all around the world. Moose, what's up, Austin Aries? Touch the line. You can hurt crucifix.
Yeah, I don't know why about that. Yeah. The legal dude said he is not retired. He's only out on injury. He'll be back by the end of the year.
The heck? Nonsense. Here. Let's see what videos on my cell phone. I'm gonna find something for SG Martin. Moose. Moose knows how to kick people around the series. Yes, Nixon Newell. Oh wait. He had a Macho Man sighting. That's right. Show this one to everyone. It's a Macho Man sighting. Gotta love wrestling fans.
People that just like having a good time. Last chance in the center of the ring. Counter the spear into his signature submission maneuver. Moose is
No, Moose, don't tap out.
That happens the neck of Moose. Say what you will of Austin Aries. He's in. None of this would have been possible without this guy's unbridled support and endless buckets. This guy pulled up the rumble.
Moose, Moose. Kenny Omega.
Position here. He's in deep trouble, Josh. Right now, three and Moose is spin down. He's on one knee. Four. Aries now is going to put the count. Aries with the down. Aries doesn't have the timeout. He makes a pinfall submission. Taking a chance. The time is not Moose at the floor.
Oh, look at that. Impact Slammiversary. Good offense. Yeah, but I haven't heard from SG Martin in a while. Moose is in trouble for some reason. This has been okay. It hasn't been bad, folks. I mean, it hasn't been like the rest of the freaking awful card. Oh, is this going to be a death finish, baby? Nobody wins. Ooh. The heck was that? I don't know. Let's see here. Moose is doing pretty good. Let's see here. Let's turn the volume up a little bit, folks. Right about 5 more minutes left in the match. Ooh. Moose, 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 moose. Austin Aries goes for a ride, folks. Aries might be dead. But wait, Moose can't win like that. Moose has to either pin him or submit him. A count of victory does him no good. Oh, man. That's right. Count on victory does him no good. Slammiversary. Yes. They're getting something. These Canadian plants. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. A plant for the audience. Moose. 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 $2.99. You got over the top rope. Wait a second. I'm less than that. Although I did do a moonsault once. Again, talked to Diamondback Jack Maverick the day he saw his life flash before his eyes. That's when Hobo Tom got on the top rope. Or was I going by another name at the time? I think I forget. No. Aries is going to win the cheap way. It's going to be a count of victory. 7, 8, 9. Was that 10? Did Aries stop the 10 count? Kick out. That was an okay match. I have no real complaints about it. cheeseburger. First of all, on a monumental evening, folks. It was an okay evening. You had some real matches. You had some really good matches. A lot not so good. What should have been the first match. Again, these are not in order because Impact Wrestling does not know how to book anything. And that is my one major complaint. They did every wrong match at the wrong time. So let me get my pad here. Again, I would like to send some shout outs. Connor G, thank you very much for your chats. Again, as I mentioned before, I cannot show it. I cannot be suspended again. Me being suspended would be pretty bad. That's it. I don't even care anymore. Done. Connor G again. Thank you very much for your chats. It did make my time go by a lot quicker. Thank you very much. McBrawn91 Tolkien. Thank you very much. You made the pre-show a little bit more interesting. It was someone to chat with, someone to talk things up. As I got some technical issues, again, I do apologize for those technical issues, but I did get them eventually worked out and things figured out. Let's see. Whoa, wait a second. Oh, use this every so often. And then finally, the man of the hour, the Tower of Power. You are getting a very special video in your honor, probably after the Monday Night Raw event. SMG Martin, thank you very much, sir. You made this go by much quicker. I do thoroughly enjoy talking with other fellow wrestling fans. In fact, I put up a little post of the Macho Man, who I did see at the previous show. And maybe I'll put that picture up too. Again, wrestling fans, for the most part, are really great people. I know when I went to the New Japan show here in Daytona Beach, again, you can just talk to a wrestling fan about wrestling. It doesn't matter where you're from. I think I've met people that came, I think, all the way from South Carolina to see an NXT match. Hey, whatever floats your boat, buddy. I'm not driving to South Carolina for an NXT match. But again, I would look at SMG Martin, and he might get 2 videos because he did make the night go by a lot quicker. I wish more people would chat. Again, I understand Impact might not be your thing. Pro wrestling might not be your thing. Hey, again, it was good cleanup. Good. It was a good time at least. Again, thank you guys very much. You made the time go by much quicker. I will say I'll try to get some of the technical issues worked out a little bit quicker, a little bit more efficient. I was just kind of running around a little bit. Let's do a very quick recap, and I shall say good night and God bless everyone. So the first match, or what should have been the first match, to a really goofily booked card. First match, right up here, the Fatal 4-Way. There was, however, no Rich Swann. He was replaced with Stevie Williams. I think it was Stevie Williams. Yeah, Williams, whoever that was. Right here, we had Williams versus Johnny Impact versus the Bone Collector Ishimori versus Phoenix. It was a really fun, high-flying match. It was a surf and turf quality match. They should not have put it at the very first match. Johnny Impact won. He's back in the main. He's back, hopefully, in some kind of scene, or at least involved in some storyline here in Impact Wrestling. Then I went to, again, Tess Blanchard versus Allie. Tessa Blanchard won. That was the beginning of the end for the show. That's when I almost checked out, if not for SMG Martin. Tess Blanchard won. That was a ham sandwich, folks. Then we had the X Division Championship where Matt Sydal lost to Brian Cage. Brian Cage won. And the ham sandwich. Nothing much to talk about. That led to the hardcore match. Eddie Edwards versus Tommy Dreamer in the House of Hardcore match. It was what it was for a hardcore match. The staple gun came out. when a staple gun comes out, you're going to get a ham sandwich. The worst match of the night was Su Yung versus Madison Rayne. Su Yung won. Kind of soup. Then we had the Tag Team Championships in a 51-50 street fight. LAX versus OGZ. LAX. Well, that was fun. It told a story, and there was a little continuation. So that earned a Surf and Turf dinner. Pentagon Jr. versus Sammy Callahan. The Mask versus hair match. Again, that was fun. That's the way wrestling should be. That was good stuff from both wrestlers. Surf and Turf quality match. Sammy Callahan also got a free haircut. Sometimes I think they do a hair versus hair match just so they can get a free haircut. And then the main event was a cheeseburger. It was okay. It was good. Nothing great. Again, can't screw up a cheeseburger. Austin Aries versus Moose. Austin Aries did some screwy heel things and won. Let's see here. As far as, because I did do this a little bit differently, my prediction in this match, I did not get that right. I predicted Allie would win. Tessa Blanchard won. -1. I did, however, choose LAX to win. I chose Matt Sydal to win, to retain the belt. So right now I am 1 for 3. Eddie Edwards won. I figured Tommy Dreamer hates the House of Hardcore match. Tommy Dreamer would win. 1 for 4. I did predict that Pentagon Jr. would win, though. He's not losing his mask. That makes me 2 for 5. Oh, wait, I'm going to break 50% because I did predict Johnny Impact would win. That gives me 3 for 6. Actually, now I'm 4 for 7. I'm above 500. So I predicted Su Yung would win. Again, probably the worst match of the night. I think I suspected either this one or this one is going to be the worst match of the night. So right now I'm 4 for 7. Hooray me. Oh, text messages. And then I predicted Moose would win. I was wrong. 4 for 8, 50%. Yes, I just sent a quick text message. Again, I'm trying to go to the New Japan, the WWE Live on this Sunday. And I'll show everyone kind of the seats that I had when I went to the New Japan. Well, when I initially first got there, because I did move down. I am a Hobo Tom. Here, hello. There we go. This is where I was sitting for at least most of the time. Not bad seats for a hobo. And that's it, folks. Slammiversary. Anniversary. It was boring. It's okay. They did a lot of bad booking mistakes. Some matches were kind of really botchy. It was okay, I guess. Again, I would like to thank everyone who watched. I'd like to triple thank those that actually participated. Again, feel free to chat. Again, as long as you are not disrespectful. SMG Martin, you're back. Actually, the show was insane. The low was very low. The highs were good. I think the main event could have been better. It was, I want to say insane, but very, very dual personality show. Again, you can take a look right over here on this side to see where I rank things. And can of soup's a can of soup. Again, the Pentagon Jr. Sami Callihan match was probably overall the best match of the night, which was a shocker. Again, the LAX OGZ was good. That match sucked. That match was good. I can't complain really. This was probably a fun match. Again, they should have put this later on in the show. Yes. The main event was meh. Again, it was good. It was what it was. It hit its points. The LAX X match was sloppy, but I think I was going to give it a cheeseburger, but it kind of built up a little bit more. So it was good though. It did end great though. I mean, I'll agree with you totally there. It started off bad, but they saved it and they made it good. They gave it that quality. It felt good. It felt fun, exciting. It felt different too. Again, my worst match was a Su Yung versus Madison Rain. That was no good. Again, you either had good matches. Again, the surprise I think was the Pentagon match. I would give them some credit. I won't call it trash because that's a toast match, and I've seen some toast matches. The worst match you could ever have as a pro wrestler. Because I think even then they tried to, the crowd I think tried to get involved a little bit, but the worst match I ever went to was the very first match between Boo Sonya Deville. There's a whole story behind why I do that. And Lacey Evans was I think probably their first NXT match. One, you had no idea who they were. The Hulk Hogan finger of death. Looking back, it was bad, but when you saw it live, it was somewhat expected. But again, at the time, it was different. So it can't be that bad. But the Lacey Evans, Sonya, and the crowd reacted though. That's the thing. If you're going to be a pro wrestler, you either want to be cheered, and pro wrestlers say that's great. I love it when the crowd cheers me. That means I'm doing something. They also tell you when the crowd is booing you, that means you're doing something. When the crowd's doing nothing like this, that's when you have a bad match because that means the crowd just doesn't care. They don't give a rat's hiney. It's like, yeah, who's this? All, it was mixed because I think that was one of my toss-ups. Only because it was Moose, and I think they wanted to build Moose up. But I think contractually, I don't think Moose is a long-term sign. Again, it kind of goes into the Hulk Hogan politics of stuff. And that's why I'm like, I could understand why they won't have him win. I still think he should have won. But again, it was a cheeseburger match. It was good. But again, just very quickly, when I saw the first match between Boo Sonya Deville and Lacey Evans, the crowd didn't know who either of them were. They weren't that good of a tandem together. I did see them at the gym working out together. Again, whole other stories for another time. But like you couldn't get behind them. Like, who am I supposed to cheer for? Who am I supposed to boo? At least in the Su Yung match, you know who to cheer for, and you knew who to boo. And they had at least some kind of crowd reaction, which is the way it should be. Other than that, it was a really weird card. It seemed like there were some plants in the crowd because there were like almost planned spots. And the only reason why I say there were plants in the crowd is because I don't think the Canadian audience, I'll give them some credit. Sometimes in Canada, especially at the WWE events, are really good and can really pop. But when they started to do the Cerro Miedo for Pentagon Jr., I'm like, wait a second, that sounds like there were smarks there planted in the crowd, and they kind of led the rest of the crowd on. They're gonna do something very easy to change and go Cerro Miedo. So I mean, it does make some sense, but again, if I didn't know how to get it for free or at least listen to it for free, if I had to pay the 19.99 for it or have a subscription to Fight TV, I'd be like, this is horrible. And that's probably one of the reasons why I don't tune into the network. I think it's the 9.99. I think Penta brought them to life, and no way I streamed it the OG way. There are ways around it. I don't want to talk too much about that because YouTube might kick me off. But again, he did bring him to life because I think the match before was a Su Young. I forget if it was a Su Young. I think it was a Su Young match. Right before that, that crowd was dead on its feet. They could boo and cheer. And I think somewhere along the line, they said this is Impact. But again, Pentagon Jr. If you do watch him on Lucha Underground, and I do enjoy my Lucha Underground a lot. I mean, he does bring the crowd to life. He gets the crowd involved. He makes you want to become involved. And that is not something that you can really be taught at a performance center. It's one of those things you either have it in you or you don't have it in you, because there's no way I can teach you how to make the crowd cheer. And you can stomp your foot to try and do the other little cheesy things. But if you don't have that certain charisma, that that naturalness to get the crowd involved, it's not going to work. And some wrestlers, they can get through without getting the crowd involved. Just do very simple, basic things. Everyone's done that. The yay boo chants are almost automatic. If you're a heel and if you don't mind it, because I know at the last event, NXT event, Dan Matha got whatted, but Kurt Hawkins. Again, Kurt Hawkins does. It's not something you can teach. He does elicit a certain response from a crowd. I'll give him that much. Jinder the Chopper. Again, no one's going to really get behind it. He tries. He does the base. He does the 101 of it, like the 101 basis of trying to get the crowd involved. Pentagon's at like the 501 Masters thesis of it, though. And that's really the big difference. Again, AJ Styles, he's just some people can carry themselves just on their wrestling alone. AJ Styles can do it. Samoa Joe's can do that. Again, with Samoa Joe's promo work, Nakamura can do it. Really, the top tier guys, even some of the indie guys have been around. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan. If you're and the major thing is you need to get experience. And I know Su Young's been wrestling for a while, I think, from Japan. But if you don't have that experience, you don't know how to get it. Let's all just be Chris Jericho. Very few people are like Chris Jericho. I think I remember Chris Jericho came out. Do you know what? He tried to cut a promo against The Rock. It doesn't matter who you are. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. I mean, Chris Jericho does have that. Again, he's experienced. He's done it all already. He was through ECW. He was in WWE. He was in WCW. I don't think the NWA was around. Again, he's been to New Japan. He's been there, done that. He could do it without him thinking. And they are. I mean, right now they really are. I would say probably the best, if I had to give my list of promo people, I'm going back. Number one's the Macho Man. If you listen to a Macho Man promo, it's amazing. And then it's going to be literally a three-way tie between Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and Jericho. And I think the only thing I would do, I think I just have it in that order. You have Macho Man, Stone Cold, The Rock, and then Chris Jericho would be like number 4. And I don't even think I would do that. I would say Macho Man, Ric Flair, Stone Cold, The Rock, Chris Jericho. I mean, to say Chris Jericho's 5, I mean, you could ask 100 people, and they will more than likely, in some order, give you those 5 wrestlers as far as their promo ability goes. But they had it, though. If you ever saw a Ric Flair promo, woo! I'm up all night, high silent, woo! Profiling, woo! He just had it, though. Hulk Hogan, he, he, he does sometimes forget what town he's in. Hulk Hogan would probably be at the 10 or 11, I think. Because in the 80s and early 90s, he could do a promo, and he cut the promo with purpose. And I think mainly because you had Mean Gene Okerlund at the time, who could really kind of